Nike recently spent millions on a Caitlin Clark campaign featuring Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce, and Travis Scott, all of whom jokingly question her range. But there's a secret message in the From Any Place commercial that suggests a lot about Clark's future. Everyone thought they knew about the 8-year, $28 million pact. That was only the beginning. What happens in 2026 will inspire every little girl and boy who wants to play basketball to believe that they, too, can make it from any place, just like Caitlin did. And Caitlin's big statement after the ad aid, well, it simply broke the internet. Are you thrilled to see Caitlin back on the court? Please let us know in the comments below.
Hey, Caitlin! Can you make it from there?
Hey, Caitlin, how about from here?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, she can't make it from there.
No chance.
Caitlin, Mamito, left? You got it.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Hey, Caitlin from here might be impressive. Oh, am I right?
Whatever, Che.
From right here.
From there!
The boys wanna be her, the child wanna be her.
From anywhere.
You've seen the Nike commercial, but here's what most people overlook about Clark's path to this point. That Iowa driveway was more than simply Caitlin's practice area. It was here that she laid the groundwork that would eventually lead Nike executives to recognize they weren't simply signing a basketball star, but a revolution. Let's talk about the driveway for a second. While other children were inside playing computer games, Caitlin was outside in the Iowa cold, shooting basketballs until her hands went numb. Her father recalls her pushing him to rip up more grass and install concrete so she could have a full three-point line in their driveway. This was not a casual weekend project. This was a father who saw his daughter's fixation and decided to feed it.
When Clark was growing up in Iowa, already running circles around the boys, her dad took her to see a Wnba game in Minnesota. She returned home hell-bent on adding distance to her jump shot.
I'm begging my dad to tear up some grass and pour more concrete so I could have an entire three-point line in my driveway.
Did that really happen? You extended your range by dumping more concrete?
Yeah, because it was kind of slanted. Our driveway was slanted, so I only had a three-point line on one side of the driveway. So I told my dad he had to tear up all this grass, and he did.
Most coaches back then saw Caitlin for all she wasn't. Too short for a forward, too slow for top guard play, and insufficiently athletic for the greatest levels of basketball. Doubt accompanied her everywhere she went. But this is where things become interesting. Every time someone told her she couldn't compete at the next level, Caitlin returned to that driveway and began shooting from increasingly greater distances. Those earlier exercises became something coaches had never seen before. While her high school teammates practiced layups and free throws, Caitlin was constantly draining shots from the parking lot, not just once or twice for show. Her colleagues stared in awe as she made shot after shot from distances that appeared unattainable for someone her age and size. The first time college scouts watched her play, they couldn't believe it. She was taking shots from parts of the court where most players would not even try them. But she wasn't just taking random shots. She was making them at an absurdly high percentage. Coaches began calling other coaches. The word spread about this Iowa youngster who could shoot from anywhere on the court. What distinguished those driveway sessions wasn't just a distance. Caitlin developed a mental approach that set her apart from the other players. When other children missed shots, they moved closer to the hoop. Caitlin took a bigger step back when she missed. Every rejection from a coach becomes fuel. Every doubt from a scout served as incentive to prove them incorrect from an even greater distance. This approach became her signature. The tougher the shot, the more determined she was to make it. Her high school coach began creating plays around her range since defenders couldn't stop someone who could shoot from 35 feet away. To account for what Caitlin was capable of, the entire women's basketball approach had to change. By the time she reached Iowa, her driveway training had become legendary. She wasn't simply shooting from the logo. She was taking shot from the logo with defenders draped all over her. The same range that began as a child striving to prove herself had evolved into a weapon that altered the way the game was played. Nike XX observed her college career and noticed something distinctive. They didn't just see another skilled athlete with exceptional shooting skills. They saw someone who had essentially reinvented what was possible on a basketball floor. The From Anywhere campaign was not marketing jargon. It was the absolute truth about what Caitlin had been doing since she was a child in Iowa. That small girl shooting alone in her driveway was unintentionally preparing for a moment that would permanently alter women's basketball. Every shot she took from an inconceivable distance was contributing to something much greater than personal triumph. She was developing a model that would inspire a whole generation of young players to believe they, too, could succeed from anywhere. Nike recognized something exceptional that extended beyond basketball talent. They saw someone who had transformed uncertainty into determination, criticism into confidence, and impossibility into certainty. The foundation was laid in the Iowa driveway, but the true benefit was still to come.
Made 233 out of 300. This is kind of your routine.
Yeah.
How do you feel about 233?
I think it's a good number. Threes were a little bit, I wouldn't say lower. I'll still take 63, but I want to be more so around 70 if I can.
Yeah.
81 mid-range is really, really good. Usually around 75 there. And anytime I can get to around 90 out of 100 free throws, I like that number. I want to be above 90, but sometimes I'm not. But if I can be at 90, that's what I like to be at. So I'll take that number.
Celebrities in the Nike commercial question Clark's range, but she has heard this throughout her career. When you watch Travis Scott, the Kelce Brothers, and Michael Che challenge her to impossible shots, you can see the same doubt that Caitlin had throughout her basketball career. Nike did not generate this narrative. They just express what Caitlin has been battling with since high school. Let's speak about how this doubt manifested in actual life. The detractors became more vocal as Caitlin advanced in her career. Her high school coaches told her that her style would not work in college. College analysts thought she couldn't maintain that range against Division I defenses. WNBA experts believe that professional defenders would completely shut off her deep shooting. The pattern never ended. Here's when things become interesting. Each level produced the same prediction. Wait until she confronts a stronger defense. Wait for the game to speed up. Wait until she competes against actual athletes. But Caitlin continued to prove them wrong with performances that appeared to defy basketball logic. Those Iowa games in which she scored 40 points while shooting from the parking lot were not accidents. They were direct reactions to those who claimed it could not be done.
Hey, Caitlin, you're a pretty good basketball player, but you make it from here.
Jason, show them how you make it rain from downtown.
Can you hit it from here, Caitlin? Gotta make your free throws.
From right here.
Yep, baller. Bet you can't do that, Caitlin.
A Michigan State game from her senior year sticks out. Commentators spent the first half discussing how the Spartans would push her to take difficult shots. Caitlin replied by hitting 7 three-pointers, including 3 from beyond 35 feet. She wasn't only scoring. She was responding to everyone who questioned whether her range was viable at the highest levels. Nike understood a critical aspect of Caitlin's psyche. Doubt was not her weakness. Doubt was her fuel. Every time someone stated she couldn't shoot from a specific distance, she went out and made it look simple. The commercial structure nicely reflects this. Each celebrity questions her abilities, and she answers by hammering shots that are impossible. The ingenuity of Nike's strategy, however, goes deeper. They know Caitlin is capable of handling more than simply criticism. She actively seeks out the most difficult shots to prove points. When defenders allowed her room around the three-point line, she began shooting from the logo. When they squeezed her near the logo, she began shooting from half-court. Every modification by opponents served as inspiration for Caitlin to extend her range even further.
Nike's finally going all in on Caitlin Clark, and it happens with a Christmas Day commercial drop. Really a fantastic ad all around, and speaks to the appeal of Clark, and speaks to, I think, the efforts that are going to be put into her from a marketing standpoint, not to mention the importance of 2026, the season for her and the season for the WNBA, when you dial yourself back a second or pull yourself back from the immediacy of the ad and realize, the importance of that season taking place.
This mindset carried over into her WNBA rookie season. The criticism grew louder than ever. Veteran players wondered if her college success would translate. Media observers believed that she would struggle against professional defenders. Some admirers questioned whether the excitement was real. Caitlin responded by generating $36 million in economic benefit for Indianapolis while breaking 62 records along the process. She accounted for roughly 27% of the league's overall economic impact throughout the 2024 season. The stats tell the story. When Caitlin appeared, viewership increased. Ratings dropped once she was injured. The league learned that having someone who could shoot from wherever was not only entertaining, but also commercially transformational. Her ability to convert impossible shots into unavoidable outcomes established a new standard for what women's basketball could become. Nike's commercial portrays this shift brilliantly. By making doubt the major theme, they are portraying Caitlin's superpower as a capacity to convert skeptics into believers. When someone criticizes her range, she reacts by broadening what is possible on the basketball floor. The celebs in the advertisement aren't simply challenging her to take shots. They represent everyone who has ever said she couldn't achieve something.